Through the magic of video, we've drawn a second eye. Now we're going to start on the nose. The nose typically lines up with the inside corners of the eyes, but for some people it's a little wider or narrower, so you want to take a look. Remember, the bottom of the nose is going to fall on the line that we drew halfway between the eyes and the bottom of the chin. I'm starting my nose with a stretched out U and adding upside down U's on each side to create kind of a wavy line. This is going to be the tip of our nose and our nostrils. Now on the outside of that line, I'm going to add parentheses, like what would go around part of a sentence. I'm not going to connect my parentheses to the wavy line I've created, they're just going to almost touch. The parentheses might be bigger or smaller depending on who you're drawing. Now I'm going to darken the inside of the nostrils, the darkest part of the nose. You want to be careful though, because if you draw the shading too far down, it's going to look like you're having some issues. So you want to keep that right up under the curve of the nostrils. The nose is also going to be a little bit darker on the outside of the nostrils. That's going to create some shadows. So I'm just adding that to my drawing. You'll see I start to take that shading up the side of the nose and even over the top of the nostrils just to define the shape a little bit better. You'll want to look at who you're drawing to see what the shape of their nostrils is like. The nose is actually a triangular shape if we were to flatten it out. It's wider at the bottom and then really skinny at the top. So as I'm drawing my shading, I'm trying to take it that direction and get narrower as I get towards the top of the nose. I'm starting out with very light shading that's going to eventually connect to my eyebrow. And if you feel your own nose, you'll feel that the bone in your nose does connect to your eyebrow bone. I'm doing a little bit more on one side than the other because usually our face has more shadow on one side than the other, depending on the lighting we're in. I'm erasing any extra guidelines I have because we don't need those anymore. And then if you feel like you need to, you can go back in and darken some areas. It's never a bad idea to make your dark areas darker. It makes your drawing look a little more realistic and pop a little bit more from farther away.